Hi there, welcome to today's guided visualization where we are going to have a calm conversation with Jesus about the fruits of the Spirit on a mountain. Before we start, take a moment to subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. We offer guided visualizations to help you grow in your walk with Christ. Be sure to turn on notifications also so you don't miss anything. Alright, so let's begin. Shut your eyes, get into a comfortable position. So I take a deep breath in, filling my lungs with fresh mountain air. As I slowly breathe out, I feel that any tension begin to melt away. I picture myself in this peaceful mountain meadow. The air is cool, there's a soft breeze, I can smell pine trees and wild flowers. The warmth of the sun is gently touching my skin with a balance of this nice cool air, and it just feels right, calming and quiet. I look around and take it all in, this beautiful area. The grass beneath my feet is soft and cool. It's still damp from the mountain dew, the morning dew. And as I step forward, I feel the earth underneath my shoes. It's solid, it's steady. The meadow stretches out before me, surrounded by tall mountains. There's peaks, and the peaks are covered by snow. And it's standing strong against this clear blue sky. I hear the birds in the trees and the leaves as the wind is blowing in the trees. It's crisp and cool. And I walk down a narrow dirt path. There's wildflowers all around. Yellow, purple, pink. And I can smell lavender. Oh, it just fills the air and it helps me feel just calm. A nearby stream flows quietly. I can just hear the sound of the water trickling over the rocks, making me feel even more at peace. Up ahead, I see this wooden bench under a large oak tree, and sitting on the bench waiting for me is Jesus. His presence feels so warm and inviting, and he smiles at me as I get closer. I feel this deep peace within me. I walk toward him, he gestures me to sit right beside him on the bench. I feel so welcomed, and as I sit down, the wooden bench feels nice and sturdy beneath me. It's brown, but it's a little warm from the sun. I can hear the birds and the gentle breeze. I feel the coolness of the breeze on my skin, mixed with the warmth of the sun. Jesus turns to me. His eyes are kind, full of love. And we're just going to have a conversation, just a general conversation. And he says, let's talk about your day yesterday. He says, how did you live out the fruits of the Spirit? And I just love when Jesus holds me accountable and helps coach me and guide me and just ask me questions to help me bring awareness to my walk with the Lord, bring awareness to whether I'm living out a Christ-like character. I feel safe, I feel encouraged to reflect on this with him, and he begins by, let's start with love. How did you show love yesterday? And I take a moment to reflect on the day before. I remember the people I spoke to, and I reflect on the ways I showed love, and the times when I could have done more. But as I think, I feel the warmth of the sun on my face, reminding me of God's steady love for me. I share my thoughts with Jesus. He listens with patience. His eyes are just understanding. When I finish, Jesus smiles and says, what about joy? Did you carry joy in your heart yesterday, even with things when they were hard? I pause and think about all the moments when I felt joy and the times when I let other things steal my happiness. The sound of the stream beside me reminds me that joy flows all through me when I'm in line with Christ. Even when life feels challenging, and I share these thoughts with him, and he nods gently, encouraging me to keep reflecting. And Jesus asks, what about peace? Did you feel my peace in your heart yesterday? Did you live out that peace? His words feel like a soft nudge, and I think about whether I let peace guide me throughout the day. That cool breeze touches my face. I can feel the gloves on my hands. My hands are nice and cozy. And I just think of the calm that comes from trusting him. I remember moments of peace and times when I felt a little bit stressed. But I speak honestly about that, and Jesus just listens to my thoughts with no judgment at all. And then he asks, how did you practice patience? And I smile as I think of times when I waited calmly. And then the wind blew through the trees. I can just hear the wind in the trees, and makes me think of how patience grows slowly, just like nature. I speak openly, knowing Jesus understands all my struggles. Did you show kindness? Jesus asks next. His voice is gentle. How did you treat others with kindness yesterday? I think back to my words and actions. I remember moments of kindness when I gave a compliment to my mom. Moments where I maybe could have been more gentle, but I'm going to change that for tomorrow, for later today. This is such great awareness. And I know God's not asking me these things because he doesn't know. God is all-knowing. He knows everything. But he's just helping to guide me and bring awareness and help me change my behaviors to walk in the fruits of the Spirit. There's bright flowers around me, and that just reminds me of kindness. I share my thoughts with him, and I feel his presence close by. Next, Jesus asks, did you act with goodness in your heart? I think about all the things I did. Were they full of goodness? And as I reflect, I notice the soft grass under my feet. I speak honestly, knowing that I did live with goodness yesterday. Then Jesus says, what about faithfulness? Did you stay faithful in your thoughts and actions yesterday? His question helps me think about my trust in him. Do I hold on to his promises, or did I let doubt slip in? I remember strong moments where I recited verses yesterday. As the mountains surround me, I think about how God's faithfulness just never changes. And I ask Jesus, can you help me with that? Just more faithfulness, more trust, more reciting and remembering and knowing your promises. And I continue to share with him, and it's like I'm almost praying to him. And then his next question is about gentleness. Were you gentle with yourself and others? And I think about my interactions, how I responded with people. The gentle rustling of the leaves around me reminds me of the quiet power of just being gentle. I reflect on moments of softness, moments of maybe where I was a little too harsh. Then Jesus just listens without interrupting, just full of understanding. And lastly, Jesus asks, what about self-control? Did you show self-control in your actions and your words? I take a deep breath as I quietly reflect and watch the birds just flying around me. Did I act with discipline and wisdom? I'm just reviewing my day. And I smell the scent of the pine around me. And I think about times of self-control and times where I lacked self-control, and I'm asking God to give me more self-control in certain areas. Sometimes I lack self-control with what I say or what I eat in certain areas, and I just ask God that if there's any idols in my life, to show me what they are. And I even confess some sins and ask for forgiveness and tell him I'm going to repent and turn from those. And I speak honestly. Jesus nods gently, just offering me his encouragement. After we finish talking, Jesus looks at me with just this loving smile. I'm here with you. I forgive you for anything. Don't beat yourself up. I'm here to help you grow. Let's keep walking together. So I just feel peace in my heart, knowing that God's always with me, helping me live out these fruits of the Spirit. I know I'm not perfect, but a brief awareness of this can help me change my ways to just more align with how Christ is. I want to be Christ-like. I just look around and I see the beautiful trees. The sun is just shining through the trees and down on my skin. I've got this long, fuzzy coat on. It's a dark green coat. I've got these boots on. They're so warm. These dark brown boots. And I'm just thankful for warmth and love. Just being cozy, and a Father who understands, who hears me. He hears all my prayers. Who listens. Wow, he's patient, he's kind, and so loving. I take one more deep breath, and slowly I begin to bring my attention just back to where I'm at. I just am very in the moment, wiggling my toes, looking around at everything I see, the tall mountains. Thank you so much for spending time with Jesus. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you would like to rewire your brain and do this with us for free, we invite you to our free brain rewiring challenge. The link is in the description below. Be sure to like, comment, and share this. I can't wait to see you in the next video.